Good morning, my YouTube viewers. What we're going to talk about in this video is functions return values. And so in Python, functions can return values using the return statement, allowing the programmer to send data back to the caller of the function. Some examples of return values are returning a single value, returning multiple values, returning nothing, returning a data structure, and returning a function. So what I've done is I've made a computer program using Python's idle, and I've made simple little programs to demonstrate the different types of values that a Python function can return. So this is a program that says demonstration of return values in a function. So the first thing we have is return a single value. So we have def addition function, and then the input arguments are going to be A and B, and it returns A and B. So result equals addition function 510, and it says you print the result. The result is 15, and you can see the result. You can see the result here on the other screen. The next function that we have is to return multiple values. So we have def calculate nums, takes in the arguments A and B, add num equals A plus B, subtract num equals A minus B, multiply num equals A times B, and div num equals A divided by B. So it returns add num, subtract num, multiply num, div num. So add num, subtract num, multiply num, or multiply n, div n, equals calculate nums, and it's got the arguments 10 and 5. So we print addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So you can see here the result is the addition is 15, the subtraction is 5, the multiplication is 50, and the division is 2. So the next thing we have is we have a function that returns nothing. So we've got def salutation, and it takes in the argument as the name. So print hello name. This is an example of a function that returns nothing. So you can see here we've got hello, and then what you have is you have salutation Lavoy. So you print salutation hello Lavoy. This is an example of a function that returns nothing. And so I can put a little dot in there as well. Forgot to put a function. Forgot to do that. So now we have a function that returns a data structure. So what I've done is I've made a function that's going to return a list. So def create list takes in the argument as the number. List num is an empty list. For I in range 1 to 10, mult num equals number times I. List num dot append mult num, and then it says return list num. So 3 times equals create list, and it takes in the argument of 3. And we print list of 3s 3 times. So you have list of 3s is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Because it doesn't actually multiply by 10. It goes up to 10 and then it stops. So it doesn't multiply by 10. It only multiplies by 9. And the next function we have is a function that will return a function. So you have def multiplier that takes in an argument of factor, and then you have def multiply by, which takes in the argument of x. And so multiply by returns x times factor, and def multiplier returns multiply by, which is the a function within a function. So triple equals multiplier with an argument of 3, and we print triple with an argument of 5, and so 3 times 5 is 15, and you can see 15 down here. So that's it. That covers the items that a function can return. It can return a single variable. It can return multiple variables. It can return nothing. It can return a data structure, and it can also return a function. So that concludes this particular video on what a function can return. And the next video I'm going to make is going to be on local and global variables. So see you then.